What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Travis. This is TWA Motorsports, and today we're going to talk about a big fat mistake that I made, and that was buying this Saab. So in the last video, you guys saw me put the steering wheel on this, and I just finished filming that. So I'm filming 2 videos in one day, but love the steering wheel, and I told you guys in that video we would talk about why this is dirty, and let's talk about that here in just a second. So the Saab, a ginormous piece of junk that I probably shouldn't have bought. I do this all the time. I randomly buy stuff. But guys, when I buy a car, in my mind, I have an idea what it's worth, what I can get out of it, what parts I want to use. So you guys know that I bought this thing for the motor. It's got the aluminum 5.3, and that motor runs great. It's an amazing running motor. As a matter of fact, the other day at the stoplight, I've been daily driving this. It was running so smooth that I thought it died. So I've never had an LS run that smooth, so the motor's good. The downside is all the other stuff that this thing needs. So the original plan was my wife is running stuff around. She needs something she could pack stuff in the back of, and I thought this would be good. So when she goes to that, I'll drive the Buick or the SS, and she can, pack this full. If she scratches it, it's not a big deal. Well, the downside is it randomly doesn't want to start. So when I first bought it, it needed tires. I put tires on it, just put brand new tires on it. But it's left me stranded 2 or 3 times because it doesn't want to start. Now, I'm pretty sure it's the starter, but not only does it need a starter, it needs brakes. It needs a complete front suspension overhaul. It leaks oil like crazy because it needs a pan gasket. Somebody did an oil pump in this thing, and when they did it, they just slid the pan down, and when they bolted it back up, I'm pretty sure they ran the bolts in with an impact, which destroyed the gasket in the front. So it leaks oil like crazy. I was going to deal with that. The oil use, it doesn't use any oil, but it drips it, and like within 10 minutes you've got a small little puddle, so it drips quite a bit of oil. So my plan is just deal with the oil leak, but then it's like, okay, it needs front and rear brakes. So it not only needs brakes, it needs pads, rotors, it needs tie rod ends, it needs upper and lower ball joints. Guys, it is just too much to spend on this to get a return out of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those tires off, put the junk ones back on it. I'm going to pull the motor out, and we are going to be done with that. We're going to flush it on down the road. So but that was a plan to be a daily driver for me, because I had a feeling that a couple cars were going to sell. And so we've actually sold several cars, and we'll talk about one of them right now, which you don't see. Obviously my wife's gone in the Buick, but her SS did sell. And if you guys don't know, I told you in a few videos back that the CTS-V sold as well. So now we have no CTS-V, we have no SS. The Buick is actually sold and is getting, it will be gone at the end of this week, and that's what my wife's gone in right now. And then I sold the blue truck. So the swap motor that I bought for this green truck here, once I found the new pewter Silverado, which we'll go back there in just a second. Once I found the pewter Silverado, once the motor was out of the blue truck, I really didn't need it anymore. So I listed it for sale, and it sold. So we've sold 4 cars, and that presents a little bit of an issue, and that's why this thing is dirty. My wife, once her SS sold, has been driving the Buick, and I've been driving this in the rain. And that's why it's so nasty. Now, I didn't want to drive this in the rain. It's not like it hurts it, but I just like to keep it clean in the garage and drive something else, drive this on like nice days. So, but I want to start the swap on this, and the Tahoe doesn't have any seats, and I want to do a swap on that as well, and it's going to be going to paint soon. So that leaves me with one undependable car, one car that doesn't, well, we're going to be pulling apart. It's almost ready for paint. One truck I want to do a swap on, a car that's tore apart in the garage, and the Corvette. Now, I don't mind driving the Corvette in the rain, and I told my wife she could drive it, but she doesn't want to drive it every day. So, and I don't blame her. I mean, I have all these cars, and now she has no cars. I sold both of hers and a few of mine, but with the Buick going away, I was gonna have to buy something. So I already bought one thing, but now I'm gonna have to buy another one to replace her daily driver. So I'm not really sure. I've tossed several ideas around. I was really gung-ho on a Trailblazer SS. It's kind of what I bought this. I mean, I bought that for the motor, but I was looking at Trailblazer SS's. She really likes the G8. She liked her SS. Maybe we find something else. I don't really know. We've looked at a couple things. I really kind of wanted to buy a third version of the CTS-V, but I don't know if I want to spend that much money. Now, I have sold a lot of expensive stuff lately with the ZR1, the 19 Z06, the CTSV, the SS, all that stuff. I sold some expensive stuff, but I'm kind of keeping that money back in case I want to do something else, like maybe build a shop or buy something I've always wanted. So I've kind of not really wanted to spend a ton of money like on a bigger car. Now, I'm always looking at ZR1s, and if you guys see a ZR1 pop up back here again, don't be surprised. But let's go to the back and we'll talk about what I did buy so it will work for a daily driver. And my wife is not going to want to drive it, but she may have to, and I may have to drive this until we find her something at the end of this week. So don't look at my clumpy grass. I just got through mowing. It's been raining like crazy, and it's been almost 2 weeks since I mowed, and my grass looks terrible. So we still got the you guys got a peek of it there, but we still got the Silverado here. I've sold a couple parts, sold the tailgate, sold the rear bumper, front bumper, sold the grill, and we're free and clear in this. So I basically, what you see left, I have no money in. This is completely free. So I have a free, great running 5.3 good 373 rear end with a posi. That stuff's going in the green truck. But this is what we did buy. This is a 2005 Silverado, and don't expect to see a blow apart build on this, guys. This is not what I bought this for. I bought this because I knew these things are rock solid, dependable, and that is why I looked for one. I wanted something that when I pull the transmission out of this, if I want to take it somewhere and get it rebuilt, or if I want to put a motor in the back, I could put it in this truck and not freak out about it. So I needed a truck, a actual work truck, that I'm not going to try to scratch it up or beat it up, but I wanted to have something I could use and not worry as much about. And I don't know if you guys are like me, but like the green truck the other day, I had to haul a transmission, and I actually went and got my dad's truck because I didn't want to use mine to haul a transmission. I know that's crazy. I got that spray and bed liner, it'd probably be fine, but I don't know, I just didn't want to risk it sliding over and hitting the bed and me losing my mind. Anyway, let's talk about this thing. 2005 Silverado crew cab. It is 2-wheel drive. I'm back and forth on whether I lower it. Everybody that knows me has already asked, hey, are you gonna lower this thing? I don't think I probably will, at least not anytime soon. It's already got shackles in the back, and honestly, guys, I don't want to spend a ton of money on this thing. The body is in pretty decent shape as far as there's no rust in the rockers, no rust over the wheel arches, which is pretty common in these things, but it does have the normal GM paint peeling. You can see here, there's several spots, and I might touch those up just because, well, I'm picky, and that would it's gonna drive me crazy, and I don't want it to rust. So I'll probably touch that up. I might show you guys. Let me know if you want to see the video on that. I'm also going to replace the headlights because I did drive it home at night and it was just terrible. You could barely see anything. It needs lights, so I'm going to replace those. And you can see, look at this thing. It's loose. Anyway, though, the body, pretty good shape. There's one pretty good sized ding here in the door, and I actually have another door. My neighbor over here has a Tahoe that I can snag the door off of, so I may hit him up and see if I can get the door from him. But other than that spot there's one little spot here that you can probably not even see on camera, and then one here, but pretty good shape. It has been used as a work truck though. The bed is all dented up, and so I might try to find a drop-in liner just to make it look a little better. And then it did have a cover on it, you can see that rubbed up against the body. But like I said, guys, I didn't buy this truck for a show truck. On the inside, it is a it's not a power seat truck. It has the normal GM console brake, and this is not the original one because it would be carpeted. So I need to get a new one of these, or if I can find around here, they're about $50 at a salvage yard for the whole center console, like the nice center console. I might buy that because they last longer than these. These things break all the time. That's pretty common. As a matter of fact, I've got a crack in the one of my green truck. I need to replace it, but my green truck still has the original with the carpet, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do there. But it needs a headliner. I am going to put a headliner in it just because it stuff blows off of it if you have the windows down. It was drooping down and it was hitting my son back here in his seat, so I just tore it out for the time being. But 242,000 miles. I bought it in Arkansas and drove it 2 hours home, guys, and it ran like an absolute top. It runs amazing, and I'll let you hear it because it's got a farm truck muffler on it. Actually, I don't even have the key in my pocket, so I guess I won't let you hear it. Maybe the key's in it. Okay, the key's definitely not in it. Anyway, it's got a muffler on it. I'm guessing like a Flowmaster, and it's cut off like right here somewhere, I think. Yeah, you can't even see it, but it's cut off like right here, and it sounds so ridiculous, and I like my stuff quiet. The older I get, the more quiet I like my stuff. But this is planning on being my daily driver, and that way we can go ahead and continue the progress on all the projects that we're working on. Now, once the green truck is finished, I'll probably slide to it for a daily driver and then sell this. So in the meantime, though, I do want to fix a few little things like I just talked about. But let me know what you guys think. I know that every time I buy a vehicle, people just freak out. They're like, oh my gosh, you didn't do this to your Trans Am, you didn't do that. Guys, I'm still waiting on parts for the Trans Am, so it's not like I don't want to work on that car. It's that I just literally don't have the parts. And the stuff I really need, I need the turbos in order to get the motor in. It all has to go in as one assembly, so it's not like I can be working on anything else. But in the meantime, you guys got the Tahoe. I know there's a lot of Tahoe fans out there for the two-door Tahoe up front. We got the green truck. I haven't pulled the motor out of this guy yet. That is my next step, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to show you guys that since I showed you it on the blue one. I'm just going to yank it out and we'll get it on the stand, and like I said, I'm going to do a few things to it. But still got, I think I'm going to keep this thing around even though it's an eyesore, and I'm sure that my neighbors hate it. I tried to park it this way so they don't see the parts that are missing. It just looks like a regular truck parked back here, even though pieces have been disappearing off of it. But I think I'm going to keep it around because it's got the power window stuff. I may end up trying to do that power window motor swap on my green truck up there, and in order to do that, I really want the harness and everything. So I may keep it around for a little bit, so you guys may see this in a couple videos. And the bed's so junked up, it's obviously been hit here, that I can use it to store parts. And I've never owned a Dodge that came with the truck, so just so you guys know, don't freak out, I'm not a Dodge guy. Anyway, I think that covers it, guys. So be looking for a car for my wife coming soon. I'll update you guys if I find something. Haven't really decided or nailed down what I'm going to buy. I don't know if I'm going to buy an expensive car or just like a G8s are relatively cheap. Trailblazers seem to be relatively cheap. I don't know if I'm going to do something like that, or it's basically what she wants. So I'm letting her decide, other than the fact she wants a Tesla and I refuse to buy a car that plugs in the wall. It's just not my bag. I'm not going to do it. I can't work on them. I don't know anything about them, nor do I want to. So if we ever get a Tesla, it'll be because she bought it with a job that she has that paid for it or something. I don't want it. I don't want a Tesla. I'm going to fight that to the bitter end because I don't want one. But hopefully you enjoyed this, guys. If you did, like always, please smash that thumbs up button. And guys, if you're not subscribed, we are not stopping any of this stuff. So we'll be working on something, one of your favorites. So whether it's the green truck, the Tahoe, what else? Oh, the Trans Am. If I get some turbos, maybe I'll throw a video in on that. But I don't, it's really kind of slowed down with this whole coronavirus thing. I haven't been able to get parts. I've really been wanting to lower the front of the Tahoe. I haven't been able to get parts. It seems like all that stuff ships out of California, and they're not shipping right now, or the place are closed, or it's not in stock, or whatever. But I can't get the stuff that I need. So hopefully we'll get something going on here soon with this pandemic, or whatever they call it, going on. Anyway, though, if you guys like this video, like always, like I was saying earlier, smash that thumbs up button. If you're not subscribed, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Well, while you're down there hitting the subscribe button, make sure you hit the bell icon. That notifies you every time we drop a new video. But until then, see what we work on next.